tonight. Something I've never heard spoke on in church before. So, what is friendship?
Why you gotta ask me questions?
Well, because I've got a feeling that your definition of friendship is going to be different from somebody else's.
Explain yours first.
Mine?
Yeah, explain your definition of friendship.
Something that you will pretty well do anything for.
Yeah, that's my version of friendship, basically. I don't really have
Okay.
anything.
Cheryl, what's your definition?
I think it is a relationship. Friendship is a relationship, first of all, one that involves trust and loyalty. And like you said, you'll do whatever you have to do for that person. Some friendships you take a bullet for, some you wouldn't, I guess, but, you know, Daryl is about to.
Okay, Daryl, what's your definition?
Here's what friendship means to me. It's someone who is there for me, yes, but it's someone who's going to build me up and not tear me down. It's somebody who's going to be there for me when times are hard, but they will also show me, hey, when I'm wrong. They are there for me for my good and not for my bad.
You're exactly right. It says God tells us in the Bible to not create friendships with those that are going to tear us down. Believe it or not, there's 112 verses on friendship.
But I feel like a friend is also going to tell you when you're not doing right and you need to
Well, yeah,
do something about it.
Yeah, when you need change. Yeah, they are. And sometimes you're going to get mad. You'll be mad at them. But a friend will always come back. But you have to have a relationship with God. He tells you He is your friend. You're supposed to talk to Him just like you would a friend. Yeah. If you listen, He'll talk to you. He'll tell you when you're doing wrong. Some people say it's nothing but your conscience telling you that you're doing wrong. But I believe it's God talking to me. You know, sometimes something just pops in your head, and you weren't thinking about it or anything else. Well, where does it come from? So I believe that's how God talks to us. Yeah, He tells us to get in our quiet place, and all of our quiet places are different. Mine is always on tractor. I get on tractor, no radio, no phone, no nothing, because lots of times the phone don't work in this part of the county, which it doesn't bother me. That was the best part of our little vacation we just took, is I had no phone. Didn't have to listen to sales calls and everything else all day long. But it got me back to where in my quiet place, where I could talk, where I could listen again. I think lots of times we get way too busy in this life, especially the way the world is now. It's the way we are taught, it's everybody for themselves. And that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
We're supposed to be there for each other. And I hate to say that, but I'm getting to the age where I'm starting to lose friends. Yeah, and it hurts when you lose a really close one. Because they were probably closer than your family. You could tell a friend something you wouldn't dare tell somebody in your family. You'll talk to your friend about God. How often do you talk to your family about Him? It's a whole lot harder to talk to family about God than it is a perfect stranger. Stranger, you don't care what they think about you. But if we want to see them again when we get to heaven, we need to start talking to them. Yeah. And a friend is, I don't know, it's somebody that you like hanging out with. You know, God says that a friend is in one of the verses that a friend is closer than a brother. Well, I never had a brother, so I don't know about that, but a friend is just somebody that you get up and you want to talk to every day. So why don't we talk to God every day? I think if we did, our life would be so much simpler. We wouldn't have to, I don't think we would worry near as much as what we do. And I've learned over the years the only thing worrying does is make you sick. Because you can't change it. It's just like the weather we've had this year. You know.
At least we got insurance.
Yeah, you're right. At least we've got insurance. You know, but probably 50-something years ago, the farmers didn't have insurance. What did they do?
They just lost money.
You know, yeah, but they still had to put in a crop next year.
Yeah, I guess they don't have to.
They did back
They
then.
did have to back then. That was their livelihood. They didn't have the jobs that we've got today in town. You know,
Well, that's what we're still doing.
they come together with their friends, and their friends loaned them whatever they had that they needed. You know, the friends took care of each other back then. They don't anymore. They will, you know, a friend will get you, can get you in just as much trouble as he can help you. So, but that was all I had tonight. I told y'all it would be quick, but I did make it 10 minutes on it.
You didn't make it.
No, you made it.
If you guys don't mind, I'd like to get that preaching.
Okay, come on.
But you made it 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
No, stay up there, guy. Stay up there. But I'm happy you chose this topic. I'm so happy you chose this topic. He talked about a friend, and I'm going to say this to you. And I want everybody to hear some things I'm going to say. I'm going to speak about my own life experience. If somebody got you in trouble, they're not your friend. They just simply are. Now, I heard him say a friend sticks closer than a brother. I had 4. Me and Michael, of all of my brothers, we are the closest. Why are we the closest? I'm the oldest one. I'm 2 years older than he is. But here's what I like about him. If I'm wrong, he will say, Daryl, he's going to pull me off the side. And he's going to say, Guy, you're wrong. You handled that wrong. We did that wrong. Let's fix it. A friend is going to be there when you need help. Oftentimes, we can do it by ourselves. Now, I say when you need help. What does that mean? Oftentimes, help means just hearing what I have to say. Often help means a phone call. Often helps mean when I'm headed down the wrong road, grab me and shake me and stop me. A friend is there for a lifetime. A friend is to help you get through life. A friend is to build us up, not to tear us down. And in this life, I like what he said. Everybody's for himself. That's what's wrong with the world. We have to be here for each other. And a friend is somebody who's going to be there for a lifetime, not for 15 minutes, not when times are going good, not when you're up. See, there are friends that we call fair weather friends.
Yeah.
See, I have some folks when I'm flat on my back, hey, I need this, I'm sick, I need that. Those are the friends who are there for me. Those are the friends that's going to be there throughout your life. Those are the friends that will help you get to where you're going. And let me stop there for a second. You're going to have some folks who are going to help you get to where you're going. Hey, let's wake up. It's time for us to speak about life. There are going to be some folks that you're going to need to help you get to where. There are some folks, and y'all are fixing to get busy, but there are some folks think because they're young, they know everything. And I'm going to talk for 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'm so glad you chose this. There are some folks who don't know what's down the road. See, we're going to need folks as we get on down the road to help us. Because there's holes in the road. There's potholes in Kroll as we drive down the road. There's potholes. There's flats. We need each other. We're here for each other. But let me say this. The Lord is here for us, but these friends help us as we endure the storms in life. Life is filled with storms, right, guys? There are more storms in this life than what there is days of storm shine. I hear folks say now, how would he say something like that? The storms last, and they go on and on. The same way friends. A while back, I had to have a friend because I didn't know how to do what I was trying to do. But I'm happy I had somebody I could call. And he did what? He didn't leave me hanging. He didn't leave me somewhere, and I wind up saying, I wish I hadn't called Robert. I wish I hadn't called Robert. Now I'm in a mess. After it was said and done, I'm glad I had him. Why am I glad I had him? Because he helped me. You're going to need somebody in this life, and I'm not going to say somebody, but you're going to need a whole lot of folks in this life. Hey, you just are. I remember, when I was a young man, I believed in 3 things: me, myself, and I. I was the combined force of 3. I didn't have any help. I didn't need any help. It's how I felt. I was going to live my life for me, and I was going to be fine. I was going to do it all myself. But here's what I found: as those storms happened, boom, 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 it didn't work. Hey, no matter how young I was, how strong I was, or how much I thought I knew, I found out I didn't know anything. And I found out this: I was going to need a whole lot of folks in this life. Friendships, and they got me to where I am now. And now there's this thing, it's called pride, that some folks will wear on their shoulders. I'm young and I'm strong and I can do it. I'm going to be fine. Well, it don't work. It don't work. I'm as strong as they come. At least I would like to think. But I tell you what I found out: I'm not very strong at all. When these storms happen, we get knocked down. Oftentimes I receive phone calls from her, and I'll just shake her. Haven't I? It seems like I'm always sick. And I know what she has to say. He stays sick all the time. She's there for me. I just heard the pastor I've seen times. I've had to haul pigs. I've borrowed his truck. I've seen Roy. We're there for each other, a family, a group. See, here's what I've learned: there's strength in numbers. Easily, hey, myself, I'll break, I'll fall, I'll stumble. I'm getting older. If I fall, I found this. I have to help getting up. And even before I got as old as I am, I found I need folks. Now, he spoke tonight, and I'm glad you chose for that topic. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to sit down, but let me say this. We welcome everybody's opinion. Good topic, good subject. Here's what I hope the folks who are here, I hope we take this to heart and get what he's saying. A friend is there to build us up, not tear us down. If somebody's tearing you down, you need to get away from them. Why? Because this life is short. There's some things in this life, if we don't get them right, we're lost. Our salvation is 1. And 2, I'm going somewhere else. I'm glad we're here. If you blow it young, it makes the rest of your life what? Hard. A job is hard enough to find. Hey, believe me, I know. It's hard enough on its own. If we make mistakes, they will follow us the rest of us. Why is he taking the time to do this? When we can help lead somebody down the right road, we need to do it. And a friend is just like what he said. If you have to grab somebody and shake somebody, then shake them. Why do I say shake them? Because if you can help them, if you can stop them from going through something that's going to change their life, please do it. Because there's so many kids who are lost. Because they think they know what's down the road and don't. They had no. Here's somebody has taught school in the big city, and here's somebody who could stand up here and talk on this, I'm sure, forever. There's been some good kids, and I'm sure she saw them. They went astray because they had the wrong friend. Kids who were smart and had all kinds of promise. But where did they wind up, Cheryl? Often it happens and frequent. It happens way too often and frequent. Why? Because they didn't have a true friend who was there to say, hey, no, don't do that. You're going to mess up. And here's why. Because the folks headed in the wrong direction want what? They don't want to be there by themselves. But they just don't. If I'm headed in the wrong way, I'm going to take somebody along with me. That's how they think. They don't want to do it by themselves. As people who know, as folks who have lived, as people who have been there, and this life is short, our salvation is important. The choices we make will affect the rest of our lives. Let's make good choices and let's make good friends. And I'm going to shut up because I can go forever. Robert, I'm glad you chose the topic, but good topic. And if anybody else want to speak to us soon, we welcome your opinion. We'd love to hear you speak.
I was gonna say, we ain't never heard from Roy.
If you would like to, we sure enjoy hearing you.